Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're back, guys. We are back once again. Happy evening. Happy evening. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. First thing first, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Like always, shout out to everybody that's watching us all across the board: Facebook, Instagram, Kick, Twitch, Rumble, X, TikTok, Bingo Live. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in to KI Culture Radio. Turned Up Thursday. Like always, Hakeem, what's cracking like it? What's cracking like it? What is cracking like it?
Man, like you want to know something? Another day above water is a blissful day. I'm gonna say that again.
Yeah, it is a blessed day, man. Shout out to Beauty right now watching us on Bingo Live. She said, hi, what do you actually start podcasting? Right now as we speak.
Right now,
Like button, we're podcasting now. Right now.
hey,
Right now. Go ahead,
tell
Hakeem.
her if she tell her she can see if she wants, she can always come on the other side. But if she
I think
doesn't, she can
you can
stay
always
there.
come over here on YouTube. We over here on YouTube. Yay. Yay to you too, man. I'm excited. This is the way you guys are excited. Shout out to the beautiful and lovely Evelyn Perez that's in the building.
Como está, señora?
Yeah, lying, man. Yeah,
With
lying, man. Shout out to the beautiful and lovely Evelyn Perez
a F.
in the building. But you already know, man. You know, we're gonna head over to the sports world, man. You know I love to talk about sports, man. But the thing, Hakeem, you know, unfortunately, right now, Chicago Bears, mind you, Chicago Bears been was in their main city for 100 years, and now they're being moved to Indiana.
That's crazy.
That's
Are you
crazy. And they've
serious?
been in the Windy City for forever, and now they're being moved to Indiana.
Indiana
We already talked about
Bears? The Bears have called Chicago home since 1920 and have been at Soldier Field since 1971, other than the 2002 season when the venue was being renovated. But they might be calling it quits after 100 years or so. The Chicago Bears president Kevin Warren wrote and posted a letter to season ticket holders stating that the stadium search will expand once more, including Northwest Indiana. After Illinois state leadership told the Bears their proposed Arlington Heights Stadium will not be a priority in 2026.
You got the windows, the demo, the brick, that's 50K, plus 20K, that is 70K, that's not bad.
80K.
Really?
The governor of Indiana was clearly on board. He tweeted, "The Chicago Bears recognize Indiana's pro-business climate, and I am ready to work with them to build a new stadium in Northwest Indiana." As you can imagine, Chicago fans are not pleased. Technically, the New York Giants and New York Jets play in New Jersey, but either way, the ball is rolling towards Indiana. The
There you go. They have it. I came. So the ball is rolling over there to Indiana. Your thoughts on that? And the Chicago Bears fan. My friend is a Chicago Bears fan. He's not too happy about it. Your thoughts on it?
Man, I think that is crazy. That's like saying like moving the Dolphins to Georgia or some shit like that. Like
Not Georgia, Jacksonville. Like
Jacksonville.
that is.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I don't know how you move that. I think they should just give the Bears what they want and make it like just give them what they want, man, and call it a day.
But the thing about the Bears team, I keep telling people, the Bears is the original American team. The fans are gonna follow them wherever they're gonna go. They know that. They know the fans are gonna follow them, and the whole aspect is to build a new stadium to one that they're gonna protect the players from the snow because over there in
Oh,
Chicago it snows a lot, and right now they have a big game Saturday night against the Green Bay Packers. Over there is a home game, and they're gonna deal with the snow. So this is to pretty much get the players to avoid the snow. So they're building a whole new stadium. I'm still waiting on my friend response about it because he's a huge Chicago Bears fan. He's both UM and Chicago Bears, but his mind is like he gonna watch because UM played this play side as well too against Texas A&M. That's coming up. That's a highlight of the week. But he said he's gonna watch the Chicago game because he's a huge Chicago Bears fan. So this is I think this is I ain't gonna lie, I think this is a win. They've been in a new stadium. It's gonna bring more capacity. But right now the fans are not happy. But I think they're gonna readjust like they always do.
yeah.
Moving along to other trending news when it comes to aspect of sports. So Hakeem, I thought it was not possible, but it is possible since the NBA did a new deal with Prime. The ratings have boosted up to 30% with viewership with ESPN, NBC, and also Amazon Prime. It have a strong year this year, and not only that, but the NBA with the NBA Cup, which we're gonna talk about next, it boosts up a lot of ratings. So, Hakeem, your thoughts on pretty much NBA doing a new thing and it's working successfully?
Partnerships, brand deals are always going to make any sports team put one, and the fact that they're doing this just bring more visibility. The more networks you can plug in, more streaming services can bring it to more people, and more people. Because you and I know, like, Ron, what do you watch movies on?
Prime, Amazon Prime.
Okay, you see, I watch movies on Netflix. So
Netflix too, and both.
You do both. So let's say one person just uses Prime, other person uses Netflix. But if you get a deal with everybody else, you bring it to so many people. Now more people are able to watch. So I think this is a win-win.
It is a win-win for the NBA, and the NBA continue to win. Even the aspect of the NBA Cup, this is something new that they started 2 years ago, and this year, of course, New York Knicks won. And here's Kat talking about the big win 2 days ago.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
What's the first thing you plan on buying with that prize money?
Nah, I'm gonna donate it. I got my thing over in DR with Go Sports and Go Ministries, and we building facilities and educating kids and giving them the resources to chase their dreams. And I'm super excited that with this God-given talent and the work I put in to be successful at my craft, I'm able to help a lot of kids out and families, and give their families a chance to hopefully realize their dreams. And I'm super excited to do that in Tambari and Santiago.
Congrats.
So Hakeem, here it is. When they win the NBA Cup, they get a bonus. So the bonus check is $500,000 each.
Yeah.
So they got a bonus check of $500,000, and that's why they was asking what he gonna do with the money. And you saw that Cat is giving back to his people in Dominican Republic, which they always do. People felt like they.
Yeah. I'm a little bit weird. I'm a little bit weirded out by that. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. His dad is Black American. His mom is Dominican. And I wonder why he's not trying to donate to New Jersey, Newark.
He probably got organization. He probably is doing.
I would hope so, but a lot of these guys who are born here, this is why I say other cultures supersede Black America. His dad is Black American. Why you're not donating to Brick City, Newark, Irvington? You know what I mean? It's a lot of places that I need donations. So I'm just a little bit biased by that. Mm-hmm. I don't got no hate. You know what I mean? I know Big Poppy's from there. I know it makes sense for somebody like Big Poppy to donate. Big Poppy's from DR. This man, daddy, Black American. I'm not saying he ain't supposed to help. Split that $500,000. Put $250 to DR, $250 to Newark, New Jersey.
That man, you smart. You might need to DM him and tell him, but he got a big plan for Dominican Republic. So it's a bonus. So people feel to realize it's not their regular pay; it's a different type of bonus, which they use for the players. So, but even though the Spurs was a contender against the New York Knicks, they didn't win. However, the Spurs did get a payout too. It was like a quarter of $250,000, not for $500,000, but a quarter. But also one of the reasons why the Spurs lost, I can't. So Victor, the center, what I forgot his name. Is it Wambi or something like that? I don't mean to.
Yeah, Victor Wembanyama.
Pretty much, his grandmother passed, and he said his head wasn't focused on the game. Here's him talking about it on a post conference interview.
Tim Reynolds.
Tough boy.
Yeah, he's finding out during the game that his grandma passed.
Sorry, I lost somebody today.
Tim Reynolds.
He also mentioned the fact that his head was not in the game. He apologized to the fans.
Hey.
And also, they have a game tonight. He will be there present, but I think right after the game, he's going over there to France. But go ahead, Hakeem, your thoughts on it. It's tough.
It's tough. Listen, bro, you and I know more than anything. I lost my auntie. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't even function for a week. And this is where money doesn't even matter. So I can sympathize with him, and hopefully the Spurs can give him some grace and let him know that, hey, man, this is them times you can't perform. And I applaud him for showing emotion and showing that he's just not no full-blown gangster or something like that. You know what I mean?
It's hard. How can someone stay focused on the game when this is going on, man? Moving along, it's a lot of things. Today was so many things trending. You guys, bear with us, but it was so many things trending. I want to make sure we hit on everything that you got. Hey, shout out to why Joe don't hurt him. Oh, Joe don't hurt him. He said, what?
Wimby Benyamo.
I will hurt him. You gotta be. I will push his name. I gotta say his name.
We gonna push his name.
Yeah, Victor. Yeah, forgive me, Victor. This kid you watch the show. Forgive me. I'm working on it. His name because it's French. It's French.
Yeah.
So
no. His dad's African. So the last name is African.
Oh wow! See, I didn't know that. See, look, I can't.
Yeah.
Right. In most cases, public don't see that money. Yeah.
Yep.
He's right. Well, moving along. So Hakeem, yesterday, Mick Foley, WWE Mick Foley, legend, WWE Mick Foley, he's upset at Donald Trump due to the fact about the whole aspect of Rob Reiner. And then he made it clear that he will no longer return back to the WWE. He's not going to renew his contract as a WWE legend until they de-associate themselves with Donald J. Trump, the president Donald J. Trump. Here's Mick Foley talking about it, why he hates Trump so very much.
I was thinking about calling you a douchebag in this interview, and then I thought that's a pretty strong word. Trump might come after me, and I made the decision not to call you a douchebag, even though you are one. The Undertaker is correct in saying Donald Trump made politics fun again for about 3 weeks in 2016. What frustrates me the most is that so many good, hardworking American people cannot see through such an obvious con man who is only out for himself. They don't always have time to go home and do their research. Look up the data. See how many times Donald Trump has failed to pay his contractors and workers over the last 30 years. Words are cheap, and he lies almost every time he opens his mouth. But do you know what he's not lying about? When he talks about coming after the enemy within. The enemy within. Who is that? It could be anyone. It could be me. I was thinking about calling you a douchebag.
Well, I want to put on the statement he made towards Donald Trump before we move to the last topic when it comes to sports, so you could see yourself the comment he made, and then here it goes. He say, "Well, I considered about the WWE close relationship with Donald J. Trump for several months, especially in the light of his administration ongoing cruelty and inhumane treatment on immigrants. Pretty much, he don't like how immigrants is going, and he said read that an incredibly cruel comment in the wake of Robert Reiner death is the final straw for me, and this is why he disassociated himself with the WWE because they have a close relationship with Donald Trump." So, Hakeem, your thoughts on Mick Foley pretty much saying bye-bye to the WWE and bye-bye to Donald J. Trump, President Donald J. Trump. Go ahead.
This is why I like when Donald Trump is president. This is the main reason, Ron. Listen, a lot of us think that we're just Trump supporters. No, man. We like realness. We don't like a lot of the shit he do. We don't support a lot of his policies, but I like somebody who's not fake. And you want to know why? This gives us more options to know who our enemies are, where we need to invest and where we need not to invest. Now I know never to go to Trump Towers.
Yeah. That was it, but the whole aspect of Mick Foley is pretty much saying that people are too much mega lover. Donald Trump so much that they're not doing enough research about Donald Trump not paying his contractors, being a nasty individual, a nasty human being. But at the end of the day, he can't stand for it. And then Foley, he speaks his mind. He said, "Hey, he told WWE he's not renegotiating his contract with WWE League. I think that's an L for him because at the end of the day, you still need money coming in. WWE gonna pay you a lifetime. Why not negotiate your contract? To me, you gotta think about your family at the end of the day. I understand about the political stance, but Hakeem at the end of the day is gonna hurt him long term. Do you think? Oh no.
Yeah, it will. Not necessarily, because you want to know something, Ron. Some people are not so built on money. Nick Foley is a legend. Most white boys we know has invested their money, bought property, have annuities and stuff like that. So once you have another FU money, you could talk the way you want to talk. Me and you don't got FU money yet.
So much money. He got so much money with WWE. So that's why he's talking the way he is. And why I also come in and say starting in 2026, man should stop apologizing that got us nowhere in the world. We only look weak, which is only true. Jonah Hearn come in too. Blessed be upon him. He said one thing he has done is made the world stop punking us.
Yes, that is a fact. And mind you, that's the thing. I support him on a lot of other things, but I'm not going to support him on dumb shit. He does things that's good. We wasn't no better than the last person. I like people who are real. Keep it real. Let me know how you feel. You know what I mean?
And also, last topic when it comes to sports, Hakeem. So tomorrow is fight night here in Miami, Florida. You got Jake Paul versus Antonio Joshua face off. But keep it in mind, guys, this is a Netflix premiere. Tickets still on sale right now because I don't think people are already too excited about this fight. Because this is Hakeem, look at this, man. I'm gonna show you the clip, man. This is come on. Really? Look at the height. This is tomorrow. This is fight night.
YouTube sensation turned pro boxer versus Olympic gold medalist turned two-time unified.
So hey, this Hakeem, we already know the result in this fight. This is not even gonna be a this is gonna be shown on Netflix. This is a Netflix premiere too as well. I'll say about 4 rounds. That's it.
Yeah, I hope Joshua beat his ass.
Yeah, I don't think he's not. He's not because he's getting a bag.
Yeah, unless he's in it, because Joshua's an actual fighter, man. Like he's a real.
He's an actual fighter. Yes,
he's an actual fighter. Like I seen him box before. Them London boys know how to fight. I'm not gonna take that from him, but I just hope he hasn't bought by the system. That's what I prayed about.
It's tomorrow night, guys, at 8:00 p.m. Eastern time. So you guys, especially you guys that's gonna be off for the holiday season, make sure for Christmas, make sure y'all go and check it out. If y'all don't got nothing else going on, it will be premiering on Netflix. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Shout out to everybody that's watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in on this Turned Up Thursday. So how can we move on to money? Money makes the world go round. Money makes our pockets fat. So this happened. Trump made an announcement yesterday. Actually, that's one of the topics we're going to talk about later on in the show, about some of the stuff that he addressed yesterday night, including Venezuela and all the other things that was happening pretty much this year, going on to the next year. One thing he announced, he said he's getting the military a dividends for Christmas Day. And, man, this thing is blowing up, trending all over the place. Here's President Trump talking about this. He made this announcement last night.
Tonight, I am also proud to announce that more than 1,450,000, think of this, 1,450,000 military service members will receive a special, we call Warrior Dividend before Christmas, a Warrior Dividend in honor of our nation's founding in 1776. We are sending every soldier $1,776. Think of that. And the checks are already on the way. Nobody understood that one until about 30 minutes ago. We made a lot more money than anybody thought because of tariffs, and the bill helped us along. Nobody deserves it more than our military, and I say congratulations to everybody. And by the way, we now have record enlistment in our military, and last year we had among the worst recruitment numbers in our military's history. What a difference a year makes. Tonight,
there you go. Hakeem, what's your thoughts on him sitting there pretty much the government sent out a bonus check. Pretty much that's what it is, a bonus check, Christmas bonus to the military. Your thoughts on that? And that's never been done before. Go right ahead.
Never been done. I love it. I think they deserve it. I like the fact that it took this president to do it. You know, I come from a military family. Most of my family's in the military and the Navy. My niece just joined. So this just showed. Yeah, my niece just joined. Hopefully my nephews will join. And when I have my kids, I'm going to make them join. Because you want to know why? And this is me being patriotic. America has done so much for me and my family. I'm willing to die. I'm willing to die for this country, and I want my kids to die for this country. So Trump doing this just shows his appreciation. He's always showed appreciation for the military, even though he hasn't served.
Yeah. Love, we love and respect the military. You know, they go out there to make sure we are safe. They keep our country safe and our people safe. Even though people may be biased when it comes to aspect of the military, but hey, military at the end of the day, they keeping us safe and protected. Because anything that happens, the military are the first one in line to make sure they stand for the American people. And them getting a check, I think it is a huge win. Hopefully they get more bonuses for the military because they do a tremendous job out there serving our people. So shout out to them. I think this is a great win. And this has never been done before, folks. You can do your research. This has never been done before. So Trump is doing something totally different when it comes to aspect of that. So you got to give him when he doing right. I give him when he doing right. When he doing wrong,
we got to.
And now that other than when it comes to Trump, Trump is suing the BBC. If people don't know what the BBC is, y'all gotta look it up. That's a big huge media platform for $5 billion of defamation of character. And here's President Trump talking about the lawsuit.
Suing the BBC for putting words in my mouth, literally, they put words in my mouth. They had me saying things that I never said.
Donald Trump has followed through on his threat to sue the BBC for $5 billion in a defamation claim filed in Florida. His legal team accused the BBC of intentionally, maliciously and deceptively doctoring his speech from January the 6th, 2021, in a Panorama documentary that went out last year. One of the central issues at stake is whether Americans got to see the Panorama episode. The lawsuit suggests some US viewers could have watched it through the BritBox streaming service or by using a VPN. It also claims the BBC had agreements with third-party distributors to show content outside of the UK. Last month, the BBC apologised to Trump but disagreed that there was any basis for a defamation claim. Its legal team argued the BBC did not distribute the Panorama episode on its US channels. It also said the documentary did not cause Donald Trump harm as he was re-elected shortly afterwards. Today, the BBC reiterated that it would be defending this case.
I'm suing the BBC.
Hakeem, you think this is a huge win for Donald Trump because the BBC did put out a lot of false information about him. However, it did win the election. But what's your thoughts on everything?
This goes back to what Jonah heard him to say. Trump is going to teach anybody not to play with America or his name. He's not playing no games, and that's the attitude Americans need to keep. We're not here to be played with. I want every country to understand that. You can make your jokes. You can say we're fat. You can say we're slow. You can say anything you want, but you ain't going to play with our name. Trump is going to let you know. This era is going to let you know America is not to be played with because everybody want to come here. We're not rushing to go to any other places. But don't play with our name.
Fact, that's all it is. And I feel for the real life, when you do defamation of character, you have the right to sue. And it doesn't matter on what platform or what statute you are in life. If someone say anything falsely about you, you can actually sue on it. You see, the president doesn't play. And maybe he kept saying that he was going to go after fake news, and he made it clear. And you see, he's doing what he said he was going to do. He's going after fake news, and he's going after them big. Doesn't mean he's going to get the $5 billion. However, I think they're going to settle here in Florida. They're going to settle in court. And also, when it comes to other news, when it comes to sports, when it comes to financial news. So Hakeem, this is actually over here in Florida. So Governor DeSantis proposed to eliminate tolls for Florida residents.
Oh, Jesus!
Huge win. Ron he's been implementing a lot of things to make Florida good. Like this will be a huge win. He's able to do that, and the only people that will be able to pay the tolls are visitors, tourists. That's it. But if you're a Florida resident and you live here in Florida, you will not be paying tolls if this passed through. But this is only a proposal. it have not been a bill yet. But Hakeem, your thoughts on this one? This is a huge
Listen.
Go ahead.
Since a lot of people might not like him, but we've been getting a lot of W's compared to the L's.
Yeah.
Like it's been a lot of W's, man. Like I don't think a lot of people understand something, bro. And the fact is too, a lot of people didn't like the whole license plate thing he put. But imagine getting into an accident and not knowing who hit you and all that. So I'm just saying this is just another, because I pay tolls. A lot of us fly up and down. We go up and down
Correct.
the highways, and there's tolls every toll. For him to prioritize Florida residents, so if you get hit with if you have a Florida tag and you don't pay no tolls, man, that's a blissful thing. Way to go, DeSantis.
Yeah, he's doing something new. And people don't like him, but he is doing something. He's trying to get rid of property taxes. He's doing stuff for Floridians. And now that by him doing that, it's going to allow people to move here, and the cost of living here is going to go up because people going to want to live. Because think about it, it's no toll for Florida residents. That is amazing. And on why I say Trump should go after TMZ, that's a tough one. That's a tough one,
yeah.
Yeah, TMZ, because TMZ get their sources. So that's a tough one. And now that when it comes to financial news, so Hakeem P. Diddy, even though he's in custody right now, but yet he's still continuing to make money. P. Diddy reportedly made $4 million, pretty much renting out his jet while in jail.
Yeah. He once you used to making money, man, it's easy. After you make your first million, it's not hard to make another one.
That's what people gotta realize. He understands the money. He understands how money goes. And we're gonna talk about his kids later on, because they also talk about P. Diddy and how their life is going. But it shows you that these guys are not stopping. Shout out to Evelyn Perez for giving me that one too, because she's the one that gave me that one. But it was just showing that it doesn't stop. These people continue to make money. I always tell people, money is like math. When you understand the whole concept of math, you pretty much understand the whole concept of money. Now that last time when it comes to financial news, so Hakeem, this one shocked me. So we were talking about the Netflix and the Warner Brothers deal. So mind you, Paramount was gonna buy Warner Brothers for $108 billion. They say no, they rather go with Netflix instead for the $82 billion. Hakeem, tell me.
That shit doesn't make sense.
Tell me, break that down. What is Warner Brothers thinking?
There has to be a backdoor deal going on. I don't know if it's like a royalty deal or something. I don't know, how would you knock off 12 million or 15 million to go down with a less amount, unless that just doesn't make sense to me.
That don't make sense at all. So I was thinking about that. I'm like, that don't make sense at all. And I'm like, I'm trying to make light of it. I was like, why would you turn out $108 billion deal for an $82 billion deal? But like you said, there's probably a negotiation doing when it comes to aspect of royalty and their design. So you don't never know if Warner Brothers probably still have some control, and Netflix just gonna screen some of the stuff from their platform. So, and now right now is a show right now, Hakeem, it's called Dairy on HBO Max. It's on HBO Max. It's about it. Hakeem, that was a huge sensational show. That show did numbers. And mind you, they from Warner Brothers. So if Warner Brothers can get in, if they get that deal going on, they're gonna show it on Netflix. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win, but to me, I would have went with Paramount. To me, that makes more logical sense when it comes to money. But there's other things in negotiation that they see that we don't see. We only speaking on it. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, shout out to everybody watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in on this Turned Up Thursday. Well, Hakeem, we're going to your favorite topic. We're going on to hip-hop. Hakeem's favorite title, hip-hop. So, Hakeem, you already know Wrong Wave is making a wave sensation. Right now, yesterday he was in Chicago. Hakeem, he sold out 2 shows with over 40,000 people in present. Here's his manager over there talking about it. There you have it, Hakeem.
And honoring ride with the city proclamation from the greatest city on the planet.
It was a popped out crowd. People going Ron Wave crazy. Your thoughts on Ron Wave continue to finally getting some wins instead of getting some L's? Go ahead. Your thoughts.
Man, you know, he's a talented guy from out of Tampa, St. Petersburg, Florida. And I don't know when he stopped losing. He had those a couple of rests, but he's winning. And I can only see him being the biggest artist out of Florida.
He is one of the biggest artists out of Florida. You know, one was supposed to be another biggest out of Florida, but I don't know what happened with that, man.
Yeah.
Other news when it comes to hip hop, Hakeem. So E-Boy goes in on 50 Cent on the aspect of how he's the one that destroyed the hip hop community.
Oh, 50, he ruined New York hip hop. He spun it back around on me talking about I ruined New York hip hop, and then all of his fans and fanatics ran with that. But first it was 50 Cent who ruined New York hip hop. Y'all know. Nobody wanted to work together. People who was already popping in the city was like, you know, everybody was hemming and hawing and soft shoeing because nobody wanted to work together because 50 Cent was so popping. So that's where that narrative comes from.
So Hakeem, your thoughts on him saying 50 Cent ruined hip hop in New York? Hakeem, you there? Did I lose you?
Man, yeah, you want to know something? I think collectively, he wants to blame 50, but people from New York wasn't working with each other anyway. New York never worked with each other. I don't know what Ebro talks about. This is how you know Ebro's not from New York. He's from California. He's from Oakland, and he's biracial. I had to point that out. So New Yorkers never really worked with each other. New Yorkers only work with people who they're cool with. 50 ain't had nothing to do with that. What the issue was this. Since Ebro controlled the radio, he controlled who they played and who not to play. Then the director controlled what records were releasing. Stro, which was a young New York rapper, he was on there telling them too, like, yo, y'all be clowning New Yorkers, but y'all don't play New York dudes' records. And this goes back to him. And I'm happy they got rid of Ebro. They need the people to put people from New York in a New York station to play New York music. And that's what it is.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't play New York music. But if 50 Cent came in, he trolled him. He said, this is why I put in a word to put your show off the air. You can't just go around saying that.
No, yeah. He trolling.
50 Cent's a book. He is. E-Boy is the reason why hip hop was so long. Yeah, because remember, DJs, Joe don't heard him. I can't tell me this all the time. DJs are the most powerful tool because they don't want us going to see your record.
Yep. Look what Joe don't heard him say. Ebro is the reason why hip hop was so low in New York. 100%.
Facts.
He's from California.
So it's like, wow, like why would you, bro? This is like really crazy, man. Really crazy, man. So it's like, come on, man. They don't understand the power of the DJ. Like DJ Khaled understood his power. E-Boy should have understood his power too, but you know his show is already taken off the air, and 50 Cent is trolling. Moving along to other hip hop news, Hakeem. So we already know T.I. was on the Breakfast Club, and he had to say this about the version. He said nobody could beat him when it comes to freestyle rapping.
I don't want to negate any of these facts. Can't nobody fuck with me. I'm gonna just let you know that now. You understand? Go in the booth with anybody, walk out with the better verse. I go head to head with Dro. So I go against anybody. I don't give a damn who you got. Bring them on. They can't fuck with me. Live performance, can't fuck with me. Hit for hit, song for, you just can't fuck with me. You know what I mean? That might be somebody that certain people like better. That's your opinion. Okay. But bottom line, you can't fuck with me. And anybody who think, you know what I'm saying, that what I'm saying is some bullshit, line me up with whoever you got.
Anybody.
And I don't give a damn who it is.
20 for 20,
I don't give a help the bear. You hear me? I don't give a
There you go, Hakeem. Do you agree with him that anybody
Nah.
Can he beat him off? But I'll say, are you sure? You got Kendrick Lamar, you got Drake.
He's arrogant for no reason, and that false sense of confidence don't make no sense. There's way more people better than him rapping and freestyling. He didn't make hit he only believes what he believes, but his record sales proves the point. You know what I mean? Like nobody's not requesting to get a T.I. show or a T.I. album. Come on.
No, but back then T.I. was the hottest thing though. He was the hottest thing.
He was the hottest thing, but he was still even then though, like lyric for lyric, he wasn't like no nigga that was dropping hits like that.
True.
He had a couple joints.
No, but you ain't lying. He had a lot of joints. And let's see, because T.I. haven't done a verse yet. But I didn't T.I. do a verse with Kendrick Lamar, and then we'll say, okay, then we'll question that. We'll question that again. But I don't think he won't go on the booth with Kendrick Lamar. He's just talking arrogant. Moving along to other trending news when it comes to hip hop, I came to 50 Cent share a phone call with the owner of Jim Jones podcast.
Oh, I love him.
I know you didn't want me to cover it, Hakeem, but we gotta go there.
No, I love it. Yeah.
Trying to build it, but he won't sign the lease. He's like, I don't like these terms. I want like 6 months of build out and ridiculous bullshit. We also have a partnership agreement where half of what he's building now, his media, belongs to us. But he won't tell us how much he's making and doing all these things. So half of the content he's creating, if you want to buy that too, I'll sell you half the company. He's not a business. He's like insane. To me, it's worth very little to nothing. But if it works out for you, I could throw that in as a sweetener. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is he signed a lease with me. Right now he owes, I'm going to say in a short way, at least 80,000, if not 180,000. Trying to build it, but he won't sign the lease.
There you go, Hakeem.
Oh my God!
Bullying everybody. But what's your
I
thought
love
on
it.
him saying that Jim Jones is pretty much behind on his rent and he don't have the money to pretty much pay?
Yo, when 50 goes, he doesn't play. When 50 say something, you know he's telling the truth. Cause listen, you said it too. He wired $200,000 to the owner. Now the guy owns the media company. Come on, man. Like Jim Jones barked up the wrong tree.
He did bark up the wrong tree. He's messing with the wrong guy. People don't fail to realize when you mess with 50 Cent, 50 Cent gonna come hard. He's gonna come hard with the fact, and he's gonna get the research done. He has a team and he has the money and resources. He's pretty much the modern day shouldn't.
Basically.
Oh, Hakeem, this one's sad, man, when it comes to the aspect of Rick Ross, man. We're going to Rick Ross. His daughter said that he's almost 50 and he didn't start acting his age. Mind you, that's his daughter.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Let's go ahead and play that clip.
Your dad's actually old. You said that like that shit was gonna insult me. My daddy is old as fuck. And act like he motherfucking 20. I love his life. But I be telling that nigga, slow down. When is you gonna stop? When is you gonna stop doing this? Look, like you act like you motherfucking my age. You're not. You're old. Cause if I'm 24, that means you knocking on motherfucking 50, boy. That's old as shit. Like 50, look, listen to how it sound. 50? Before my daddy.
There you have it, Hakeem. What can you say about these youngsters? They don't understand that, you know, why would you do something stupid like that? You'll get yourself cut off. Well, go ahead.
Basically. But you know, I don't think she understand, like, we come from, like, we're not like the 60s and the 70s. We come from an era where we created the sauce that she lives in. So our generation are kind of young at heart. You feel me?
Right.
And but I do agree with her on this one. Him having a bunch of kids, sleeping with multiple women, I might agree he does need to slow down on that. He got too many kids.
He's not. He loved that lifestyle. He loved going online. He loves showing his veneers. He's not gonna stop. That's what he loves to do. He loves to troll. You know, that's Rick Ross. If people don't understand Rick Ross, that's Rick Ross. You better understand him. You better understand him now. And his daughter understand that. Now you as your father, because you're gonna try to get his inheritance after he's gone. So you don't want to get cut off. But this is why I told you when it comes to aspect of certain, not all, but certain black women and accountability. Because like you got to think before you react because you're trying to go viral.
Mm-hmm.
You know you're going to go viral because that's your dad.
Basically.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Shout out to everybody that's watching us all across the board, Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Make sure you follow. It's so very important for you guys to follow us so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to those right now watching us on Rumble and also X, TikTok, and Bingo Live. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in each and every time we go live. So you already know we got a lot of things to cover, especially what happened with Donald Trump's speech last night at 9 o'clock. And you're also doing another speech tonight addressing Venezuela tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. But by then, the show will be done, so we might review it tomorrow. But Hakeem, first thing first, this is actually breaking news. This actually deal with hip-hop. But, you know, I want to talk about this as one of the main topics, too, as well. Wiz Khalifa is pretty much is hit with a 9-month jail sentence overseas after smoking on stage in Romania in July 2024. So Wiz Khalifa, they're sending Wiz Khalifa for 9 months in jail overseas in Romania. But however, Wiz Khalifa lawyer team is still trying to fight the case because they don't want Wiz Khalifa to be over there pretty much overseas. And people fail to realize overseas they do not play when it comes to weed and capitalism. But go ahead, Hakeem, your thoughts on that one.
He almost he 40, and he close to our age. What you doing getting caught up smoking with reefer overseas, man? You know, Snoop Dogg learned his lesson. He need to learn his. That's a little bit tasteful, distasteful, man.
Yeah, it is very distasteful. But people fail to realize you cannot smoke weed over there in those type of countries. Remember that's what happened with the other one, Brittany Griner?
Yeah, basically.
Same thing. She got charged and she thought she was sent to prison because she wanted to sneak weed over there. You just can't do that. They're not playing with that over there overseas. And you know, Wiz Khalifa, you know, he have an addiction. Not only that, but he also allegedly, you know, have an addiction. Not only that, but you also have a weed company where he do sell it too as well over there in California. But overseas, he should know better. He should know they don't play that. Mm-hmm. But his lawyer team are trying to fight it. They're trying to make sure that he doesn't do the sentencing over there. They're working things out, and I think they will. He won't be able to do those charges over there as well. Moving on to other trending news, Hakeem. So Murray were reaching featuring on a show. I think it was a Sherry show, I believe so. Yeah, Sherry show, and he talks about how he will come out of retirement so he could do a show with Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Drake, and also Kendrick, and do a lie detector test. Here's Murray. Murray talks about it on the Sherry show.
Now, right? On social media, I would come out of retirement if I could get Nicki.
Okay, Nicki Minaj.
And Cardi B. Settle their differences with lie detector tests.
Yeah.
How about if Drake and Kendrick
came on the show?
Thing.
So you would come. You'd want
I'd come out of retirement.
Come out of retirement to settle the beef, y'all.
Even.
So Hakeem, your thoughts on him saying he would come out of retirement, do a lot of test pretty much show up between Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Kendrick, and Drake, and get the whole thing pretty much situated. What's your thoughts on that one?
Oh man, I thought that was funny, but it would make good show and good ratings and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I think it's wild. But you know, Murray, to be honest with you, he's been a part of the black community just like Jerry Springer for years. You know what I mean? So, like, I love Murray, man, and let's get this thing going.
That would be a great show, but Channel's already not gonna do it anyway. I think
Yeah.
the whole aspect of with Drake and Kendrick, they're not getting along. They still dealing with legal action. It's supposed to be with Nicki and Cardi B. Them two like going back and forth when it comes to the aspect of X, Twitter. They're not gonna be doing that. They're not gonna be doing that.
Basically,
So it is what it is. Oh no, Ray said you didn't say YouTube because you know I said shout out to those watching us all across the board. I never.
Oh yeah.
YouTube is our main platform.
Hey,
That's why.
Hey, thanks, Ray, for keeping us in check. For us forgetting.
Yeah, but I'm moving along to other trending news. So Hakeem, we're going right back to South Florida because this is actually pretty much trending right now as we speak. The whole aspect. I don't know if you heard about the whole thing with the tow driver allegedly leaving a kid inside, pick up the car, and he kept going. The father had to run down the truck.
Wow.
The tow truck down.
Over a car being towed turned into a nightmare for a man in Florida.
It happened in just seconds. A man in Sunrise, Florida was waiting for his food in a restaurant when just outside, this tow truck backs up and tows away his car. He runs outside, banging on the window, yelling that his 4-year-old daughter is still in the car. The dad chasing the tow truck, yelling for the driver, Sergio Suarez, to stop.
Oh, his kid in there!
But court documents say Suarez did not stop. That prompted the girl to jump out of the moving car and into the middle of the road. Her father says he ran into traffic to grab her. Police body cam video shows the tow truck driver later being taken into custody and the father being handed back the keys to the car.
Is she okay? No? Yeah, she good, yeah.
His lawyer claims Suarez checked the car 3 times before towing it. He's now charged with child neglect.
Hakeem, your thoughts on who is to blame, Hakeem? Is it the father to blame or the tow driver? Because the tow driver said he double checked, there was no kid in the car, and the father. But now that the tow driver is charged with neglect, should the father be charged with neglect? Go ahead. Your thoughts.
No, man, and bro, I'm gonna be a little bit sympathetic here, man. These tow truck drivers be doing a little bit extreme, bro. Like, I get it though. Like, you gotta check, bro. Like, I don't think they understand. Like, kids be in there, so. But I do see where you coming from. Like, yo, were you behind on your bills for him to come do that? Because that stuff can happen. You feel me?
No, but Hakeem, these tow drivers are, like you say, they ruthless. They don't care.
They're ruthless.
But they say allegedly he was doing a Uber Eats order. He was just picking up the order and he was gonna go. He was just doing that he was only there for a short period of time. He was actually doing his job.
Never leave your kids in the car by themselves, dog. I don't think people understand that shit, bro. Never leave your kids in the car by themselves. This needs to stop. But here's the thing. We need to give that little girl a round of applause. Where did she get the wherewithal to know to jump out that car? Her daddy had to teach her something.
Remember the dad was banging on the window, and remember the dad was screaming. So I think she knew like something's going on. She did jump out of the car, and she did suffer some minor bruises. You already know the dad is gonna sue, and chances are he's gonna win. And that tow driver is pretty much out of a job.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. He didn't care. He just backed in.
I thought normally they supposed. Sometimes I understand, but if the person's there, sometimes they stop the car and say, "Hey, you gonna pay this certain amount? We'll drop your car." I didn't know they just keep on going. So, like you said,
no, they don't check, dude. That dude was lying. He didn't check, bro.
I don't think he checked either. I don't think he checked either. I didn't want to be biased, but I don't think he checked at all.
Yeah, he backed in because he was out less than a couple seconds.
He did, and you saw on video footage. But shout out to everybody's okay, but he is pretty much being charged with neglect. Moving on to other trending news, Hakeem. So Marlon Wayans revealed that his brother Damian Wayne advised him on 50 Cent beef. Here's him talking about it on a news show.
Despite the busy schedule, you found time for a social media beef with 50 Cent. What was it like in the family chat? Were your brothers like egging you on or telling you quit it?
Well, what happened?
I just said his name. They asked me about the documentary. I was like, I didn't see it. And then they asked me about it, and I just gave my opinion. I was just like, I don't think brothers need to be quarreling in public like that. And then what I get into? A public quarrel with a brother. And I just think it was bad for the culture. And I kind of backed out, and plus my brothers, so I don't even say that name anymore. Okay. If you ask me, hey, you got change of $1? I need a half $1, so you need a half $1.
Got
you
it.
talking about 5 dimes? 2 quarters. I'll say 2 quarters. Okay. How old are you? I'm 43 plus a dime. I will no longer say.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
It rhymes with Gifty. So my brothers, they were funny. Damon was like, why you pick the biggest brother? He's on gamma rays. Stick to beefing with Soulja Boy, Kevin Hart, people that we can beat. You fight him. Leave guys that got shot 9 times alone. He survived 9. And so, but I backed out. I think because I just want to focus on, positivity, fun, and I got a movie coming out, Scary Movie 6, and maybe I'll do a Gifty Gent joke in there.
So I came. Your thoughts on him pretty much saying that he's leaving 50 Cent alone, and do you think his brother gave him some great advice?
Oh, he did, man. This is all fun and games, bro. And I like how this. I would listen. You know what the thing is? I would hope 50 would put Marlon on a new movie or a new show under the 50 network, man. Listen, 50 know it's not serious. 50 beefs are gone. You know what I mean? This is like all fun and jokes for him. You know what I mean?
Right. It is. It is gone. It is gone. But shout out to Marlon Wayne. Shout out to his growth and now that his improvement as a man. That sometimes you gotta leave the situation alone. And like you see, 50 Cent is a huge bully. You gotta stay away from because 50 Cent doesn't play when it comes to things like that. He just does not play. Not only that, but this is also breaking news too as well. So Angela Yee talks about that she lost her brother. Man, it's sad, man. But I have Angela Yee speak on that one.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with B-Dot.
Good job, B-Dot. Yes.
So I told you I've been a little out of, sorts right now. My brother passed away unexpectedly from an aneurysm. So just a few things I wanted to talk about of what I learned during this process. Because he's the closest person to me. He's my only brother. What happened is he's very active in our group text, like our family chat every day. He's the person that if you call him, he's going to answer. If you text him, he answers right back. And so for a day, he wasn't responding. And so my mother felt like something was off. So she has the keys to his house. So she went over there and, he was on the floor. So after that, she called the police. And so here's some things that during this process I learned because the fire department came, EMT came. Wow. Then they were supposed to contact the police department to come, but something happened and I guess they didn't. There was also an accident nearby in the neighborhood, so it was taking a while for anyone to come, but they did. And then we had to wait for the medical examiner to come. Now, because he was home alone and when he fell, he hit his face, so he did have like a bruise and he had a bump on his head. They had to make sure that it wasn't a homicide. Right. Which means that everybody has to leave the area, and then until they examine the body, you're not allowed to go back in. Wow. So, that all happened. They examined him, and that's when we found out it was an aneurysm. He had been saying he had really bad headaches a couple of days before, that they were so bad he had to take 3 Advil. Wow. He was laying down. And so Coach Jessie, who works with me a lot, she also recently had an aneurysm and was in the hospital. And when you feel like pain like that and it feels out of the ordinary, it is important to see a doctor because, again, like you never know what could happen. But it's also not something I would have thought either. Like I've had headaches before, and I don't get them a lot, and so I don't know that I would have. I probably would have did what he did: take some Advil and go and lay down.
I'll eat a banana or something.
Right, you try to do whatever and get hydrated, drink plenty of water, and so I just want people to make sure that they take those things. And I'm not saying that it could, it could have still happened or it could not have. I don't really know, but I just want to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves and our health, and then. Now dealing with, okay, where's the funeral going to be? And there were a lot of questions because clearly it's unexpected. He's 51 years old.
He's young.
And so they're like, does he want to be cremated? Does he want? We never even discussed that. Wow. So that's not something. But I feel like if somebody wanted to be cremated, they express that. Yeah. And so I was like, I don't think, we should do that because I don't know that he wanted that.
I know you and your brother were really close, and that you have a lot of memories. Where are some that stick out to you?
And the funny thing is we talked the crazy thing we talked about down on the other show on Tuesday, the whole aspect of having a will. Make sure you get the wills done because you never know when certain stuff just may happen. And look, for her brother to pass for aneurysm, she didn't even know. She thought he just had a headache, and next thing you know, he was gone. Life is so very, very short, and people still wondering why did she go to work this morning. You got to further realize sometimes people go to work to cope. It's hard. But go ahead, Hakeem, your thoughts.
Brother, one thing I'm going to say in the past 789 episodes, you always be saying, black men, go get checked out. Black men, get your health together. Black man this, black man that. And you always say that. And mind you, he had a headache for 3 days and he didn't go. Then on the other end, I'm telling people, get a will, get a trust. Me and you've been talking about this for the last 8 years. And to hear this, I'm sorry to hear this. He was 51. People feel that 51 is still young. You're just getting, I'm 5 years away from being 50.
Yeah,
and I'm constantly trying to get my health together. And if I felt sick today, I'm going to go to the hospital. We're not 20. And regardless if you're 20, if you have a bad headache or bad stuff, after the hospital bill, go to the hospital. And that's the moral of this story. Take care of your health, do funeral planning, and get your shit together.
And man, we do have a bad habit of not going to the doctor, but we have to make it like a religious thing. I hope that one day they do create a law where they'll force people to start going to the hospital, because that's the only way we prolong our life and to live long. I know we don't like to hear bad news, but if it could save us to live one more day extra, go ahead and do that, man. But she's hanging in there. It's not easy. It's not easy because people just wonder, why are you going to work? It's because the reason why some people go to work is the cold. They don't want to go home to deal with the pain. The pain is too deep. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock each and time. Like always, shout out to everybody that's watching us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Make sure you follow. So very important you guys to follow us so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to those right now watching us on Rumble and also as TikTok. Bingo Live. Thank you guys so very much for coming through each and every time we go live. You already know, main topic on today's show, Hakeem, we're going to go to the political world now. First thing first, Hakeem, President Trump stated that one of his billionaire friends is willing to pay up to $500 million to make sure Hakeem, he could try to run for another third term. Here's her speaking about it. This is not me making it up, folks. She's speaking about it.
Miriam gave my campaign indirectly and directly $250 million. She was number one.
I met Alan Dershowitz, and he said the legal thing about 4 more years. And I said, Alan, I agree with you. So we can do it. Think about it.
Alan's here someplace. Where's Alan?
Alan is here. Oh, he had a flight. Alan is here. Think about it.
Thank you.
Maybe I will be the first one who told you, or second. Yeah.
She said, think about it. I'll give you another 250 million.
I will give.
Miriam.
So Hakeem, your thoughts on Miriam said, hey, just think about it. I give you another $500 million to run for president again for a third term. But we already spoke about this before. What's your thought? You think it's even possible for him to run a third term?
No. It would go against the Constitution and what we set up for. And no, it's not working. It sounds good, but I couldn't take another 4 years. Not really. You know what I mean? Just like we couldn't take another 3-4 years of a Republican Cuban mayor in Miami. So this is why we have a Democratic mayor now. You feel me?
I ain't gonna lie, Hakeem. I think anything is possible. Yeah, people think it's a joke. Anything is possible with this country. This country, anything is possible. Opportunity is always there to present itself. If there is no good candidate right now, besides Gavin Newsom and whoever's trying to run, because you see Kamala Harris not sure if she's going to run or not, and you got other candidates, they aren't sure they're going to run. Hakeem, they might just give it to them again, because they were like, there is no one that's able to run. But I don't say it happening either, but it's just that you got to look and see, okay, who will be a good candidate to be the next president, Hakeem, after Trump? Think about it. Who you think will be?
Man, to be honest with you, there's maybe 2 guys. The Indian guy I think he's from Louisiana, if I'm not mistaken.
They ain't gonna put no Indian.
They ain't gonna happen. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. The New York guy, Mingdani, I actually think he kind of has some. He kind of teeters to be liberal, but he has some like conservative ways.
Nah, it's gonna be either gonna be JD Vance or President Trump again. And I know we can't take it, but he's good for show business.
Yeah. JD Vance is too crazy, man. Yeah, you think Trump is crazy? JD Vance is off the chain loose.
Or Ron, but I doubt Ron will run. It look like he like
Nah.
too much. So I don't know. He might be a Florida senator, but let's see what happens, man. This is the talk of the time. People are afraid that he might get a third term.
Mm-hmm.
Moving along to other trending news. So we talked about it earlier today on the show. Pretty much him doing good things for the military. He spoke about last night before the big Christmas showdown for next week. However, yesterday he also talked about what happened this year and also the year when Biden was president, pretty much running the country, and his President Trump talking about it pretty much this last night.
Good evening, America. 11 months ago, I inherited a mess, and I'm fixing it. When I took office, inflation was the worst in 48 years, and some would say in the history of our country, which caused prices to be higher than ever before, making life unaffordable for millions and millions of Americans. This happened during a Democrat administration, and it's when we first began hearing the word affordability. Our border was open, and because of this, our country was being invaded by an army of 25 million people, many who came from prisons and jails, mental institutions, and insane asylums. They were drug dealers, gang members, and even 11,888 murderers, more than 50% of whom killed more than one person. This is what the Biden administration allowed to happen to our country, and it can never be allowed to happen again. I am bringing those high prices down and bringing them down very fast. Let's look at the facts. Under the Biden administration, car prices rose 22%, and in many states, 30% or more. Gasoline rose 30 to 50%. Hotel rates rose 37%. Airfares rose 31%. Now, under our leadership, they are all coming down and coming down fast. Democrat politicians also sent the cost of groceries soaring, but we are solving that too. The price of a Thanksgiving turkey was down 33% compared to the Biden last year. Good evening, America.
There you have it, Hakeem. So Trump did a brief. It was like a 30-minute brief where he spoke about, of course, the economy, blaming a lot of things on former President Joe Biden on the aspect of how he was running the country, how there was a lot of illegal immigrants, a lot of criminals running around, things being high, and he's working to fix those things, correct those things now, even though he only just been in office for a year. But your thoughts on that, Hakeem, of everything he just stated?
I like his enthusiasm, but I have to see that in action.
Me too.
You know what I mean? Like, it's easy just to say whatever, but prices are still high. New car prices are still high. And you know what I mean? Like, you can only afford a used car. So I don't know what is he talking about. So, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to hate on the man. I'm just trying to like bring some clarity. I'm like, okay, Papa, like,
because under the Biden administration, remember, you got to keep it in mind when it came to aspect of auto cars, it pretty much it was always high. It never went down. And look, you see it now, it's still high to this day. So he's trying to correct that. And he's not taking fault for that. He say, no, it's under the Biden administration. This is why we're dealing with it now. So he's trying to do everything he can right now to make everything cool and better. But you can't, I was telling somebody, you can't really see a result within 1 year. You got to wait to the second year, next year, and then if things still remains the same, then that way everybody, then I will be like, okay, I was wrong, and I start saying, I'll be telling people I was wrong and everything in the aspect of that. But right now, it's hard to tell because it's so early to call. Biden administration, you saw they would make it pretty much, it was an S show. And a lot of people say that. They're like, Biden wasn't running the country well. Most of the money he was sitting overseas.
Yep.
And that's a fact.
Shit, so, Ukraine was cashing in.
But he can't blame everything on Biden, too. He got to blame himself, too, because remember, you got to keep in mind, when Biden came into office, Trump was in office first. So things was already going down when it came to aspect of the pandemic. So you gotta be fair all across the board. And the thing with Trump, he blaming everything on Biden and not taking no form of accountability. Like, hey, our previous administration team was us too as well. We dropped the ball on the American people, but he's not gonna do that. Biden's bad. I'm good. No, y'all both was bad. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Shout out to everybody that's watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in on this 20th Thursday. And moving on to other political news, Hakeem. So Kamala Harris speak on why the Biden administration team didn't show the Epstein file on the Jimmy Kimmel show.
You think about, and I'm sure you get asked about, why didn't the Biden administration release those files? Was that something that they felt would look bad while they're running against this guy, or why didn't they come out during your administration?
To give you an answer that will not satisfy your curiosity, I will tell you, we, perhaps to our damage, but we strongly and rightly believed that there should be an absolute separation between what we wanted as an administration and what the Department of Justice did. We absolutely adhered to that, and it was right to do that. The Justice Department would make its decisions independent of any political or personal vendetta or concern that we may have. And that's the way it worked.
All right, we're going to you.
I think she's fine, but what's your thoughts on her saying that whole aspect?
It was a bunch of cockamamie-ish. Like, I don't know what. So the problem is, it was like there were so many high-profile names on there. A lot of them could have been donors, major people they knew, and they just didn't want to blow the whistle. Like I told you, we're never going to see those files.
Yeah, no, but the files are already being released. They're doing it now bit by piece. However, they're not showing like the major piece of it. They're showing a picture of Trump here, Bill Gates, and Trump, one of Trump's advisors, but they're not really going, and Bill Clinton, but they ain't really former President Bill Clinton. They're not really doing like all these other people that was also on file. If you're gonna release everything. And they were saying, why didn't you not do it during the Joe Biden era? It's due to the fact is they didn't want Joe Biden or anybody else doing that on that chair looking bad. But they do it now, and they're trying to use this as leverage. And to me, that's not right. If you want to do, remember I said, if you want to keep it fair all across the board. You're gonna show something negative about Trump, do the same thing negative about Joe Biden. They haven't done nothing that yet. They kept Joe Biden as clean as possible. Well, you saw it didn't really hurt Trump's campaign. People still vote for Trump, but it is what it is. Moving along to other trending news, Hakeem. So The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, made it clear that, Hakeem, we are going through some S. Here's The Rock speaking about it.
Discover a few things. You discover a greater sense of empathy, because I also realize that, it reminds me of that great quote where you say, hey, you know who's really going through some shit right now? And you say, who? Say who? Who? Everybody. We're all going through shit. Right? So it's like, even if there's a veneer that people have and everyone wants to put their best foot forward on social media or publicly when they go out, everyone's going through it. Discover a few, and that helped me. Just a greater level of empathy helped me. And also, too, Mark, I did the math a couple of weeks ago. Over the past 2 decades, I lost exactly 15 friends to addiction and suicide who just couldn't handle the pressure. 15. And in a way, this Smashing Machine was a love letter to the men and women who struggle, who made it on the other side and who didn't make it on the other side. So it was more, Smashing Machine became more than a film, and so that's the thing that I was. And
Hakeem, what is your thoughts on The Rock? The Rock right now is speaking a lot of wisdom, but what is your thoughts on him talking about having empathy on people that's struggling right now?
He's just echoing what me and you go through our daily life. We are the definition of empathy. I think he wanted to expound on that because I think that we're so desensitized to where the world is going. Imagine this. There's people who are sleeping in their cars right now. There's people who can't eat. There's people who can't afford rent. There's girls who have to sell their bodies to pay rent. It's people, you know what I mean? So we're not having empathy right now. It's people who struggling from drugs. And when he says that, it just only tried to reconfirm and remind us that we're human and people go through stuff, and you can't put expectations on people to say that, hey, why you don't got your shit together? Why you not here? Why you not there? That's just not how the hand was dealt. And that's what he's telling us.
And people fail to realize one thing about podcasting, sometimes podcasts can help somebody's day.
Yes.
Struggling.
Yes.
From the
Yes.
thoughts in their head, or the gun they might have in their hand, or the drugs they might try to overdose. It's something that we may just share on the podcast, like, hey man, we feeling for you. You know, we all going through something. May save somebody's life. That's why people don't understand the power of influence. We do have a power of influence on people, and I think you learn how to have empathy on people too as well. That was I agree with the Rock. He said some powerful wisdom there that hopefully everybody can take from it. Everybody's going through something. Look at Kai Cenat, one of the biggest streamers in the world, and look, he's talking about mental health.
Yeah.
So it has no color. Everybody goes through it. Moving on to other trending news, I can't even when it comes to aspect of Kai Cenat. So Wale addressed the viral moment between him and Kai Cenat, didn't recognize him. We're gonna talk about that on Club Session.
But I get it though, because I'm like notorious for not remember. I'm not good at, bruh. I've been doing like the music business like this, bro. I don't remember people like, and then a lot of people take offense to that. So I get it a little bit.
Yeah,
I did play in the celebrity game with him the year before, but
he didn't remember.
Well, okay, it's cool.
You gave. I mean, couldn't you have given a little grace? The man 20.
That's the thing. Now you got me. Like roll up my sleeves. Nah, but
he 20.
Y'all acting like he was born like 2 days ago. Okay, look. All right, so I gotta be super careful because these is cold blooded, man. I was like, I was upset for like 5 days in a row. So when he's talking about mental health at the Stream Awards, I'm like, yes, mental health. You get it now. Imagine giving your life to this game and then you go to the awards to just support the culture that you've been a part of for 13 years, and then somebody who asks you to play a video, like asks you, yeah, let's play one day, like, because you saw them last year, and then you go online and everybody's like, yo, Kai's not, he didn't know who you was, that was funny, and you in a room full of your peers.
Right.
And I was like, wait, let me go holler at him real quick. And through my vantage point, I'm just like, yo, that made me look crazy, bro. Like, but I think the way that people saw it is like, yo, toss it up, like, you, I'm 20-year-old, like, you feel me? Like, that's what they acting like I did, and I'm like, yo, I'm just saying you made me look crazy. Like, I feel like uncomfortable in this room. But like, I'm like, at that moment, I'm like, damn, everybody making me the bid on the internet just because I was like, you know, like just because he didn't. No, I was just confused. And then when they said I pressed him, I was like, oh, so that means I gotta leave. Like I gotta go to my hotel for like a couple of days. Like it was like not that. I don't expect I introduce myself at my meet and greet sometimes. Like that's how I move. Like I don't be like, you got to know who I am. It just seemed like it was a little bit like downplaying a little bit.
Right.
And in the moment I'm like,
you think
I know I'm looking at the kid on the cover of these magazines, and I'm like, it looked like how I dressed when I first started.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, I could see my influence on you daily, like you know what I'm saying. So I'm not saying I influenced you, but I definitely your stylist got me on this vision board.
Yeah.
So and I'm thinking like that. And I'm like, bruh, I just didn't like how I felt in the moment. I'm like, yo, bro, we come here to celebrate the culture, and I'm looking at all these people like, yo, he doesn't know who you are. It's so funny, and I'm watching all these people.
You know.
Your thoughts on Wale? Do you think he's being over dramatic about the whole?
Very over dramatic. Wale always has a nasty attitude. He's very self-centered, very egotistical, and like how I'm expect a 20-year-old to know who you are is like for a song that you did 10, 11 years ago. Kai Cenat was like 9, 7 or some shit like that. Like this the problem. Like we can't be holding expectations to young niggas. You know what I mean?
True, but the whole aspect, Wale, I get where he's coming from too, because remember you had an establishment where we want to talk about hip hop. I influence hip hop. I have some hits on hip hop, and then you find out that you didn't know who he was. To me, like you always say, it's good to do your homework. Who's going to be there and present? But to me, I think it was not really Kai Cenat's fault. I think it's really his team, because his king should have told him like, "Hey, that's Wale. That's one of the people that influenced hip hop." Instead of him saying, "Oh, I don't know who he is," because remember that viral. Remember anything Kai Cenat put out is going to go viral. So that viral moment pretty much embarrassed Wale. That's probably why he's feeling the way he felt. Because
you can't feel embarrassed, because this the same shit that happened to Lupe Fiasco and Q-Tip like 10 years ago, when a lot of people, he was supposed to perform with Q-Tip, and they said, "Do you know any of Q-Tip music?" He said, "No, I don't know any of the music." And I'm like, "You don't know who Tribe Called Quest is?" Lupe Fiasco is from Chicago. They listen to gangster music, down south music. How would he know about up north music? Like, we can't always expect people to know stuff and hold them to high regards.
Good point. Moving on to other trending news, So P. Diddy twin daughters finally speak for the very first time and talk about the whole aspect of the 50 Cent documentary and also their father. Here's the twins speaking about it, and the next we go on to the brother.
The haters bring you down. Just keep going. Keep chasing your passions and dreams, no matter what. Do not let negative people get between you and your goals and dreams. Don't let the haters bring you down.
There you go, Hakeem. She made it clear. She making it be known. Don't let the haters pretty much bring you down, and they really don't care. They're gonna support their father 110%. But what's your thoughts on the twins finally speaking up for the very first time? I ain't even speak for like God knows how long.
Yeah, they kids, man. They really don't know what's going on, and they really are so far removed from that. I don't know if they're living in Delulu land, but your daddy name ain't 100 no more. That's all that is. Like, they might be cool, but that Combs name ain't 100. So I don't know what haters. Ain't nobody hating on y'all. Your daddy, yeah.
Yeah, I already know. But then, here's the son right now gonna speak about the Diddy doc, and I'm thinking about moving into Africa.
Where? Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa. Moving away from the country or within the country?
Yeah, Africa. I am moving to Africa.
Is this due to pressure or?
Pressure from...
I mean, the whole drama.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, that would piss me off.
I'm pissed off, like, Dad.
I'm pissed off, Dad.
I don't care about all that. I always wanted to spend some time in Africa.
Oh, for real? So where? Nigeria, Ghana?
Yeah, probably South Africa. Better living condition, better housing. Overall, safer to live than the others.
Nigeria is great too. I got a couple of great properties in Nigeria. Would have linked you up if it was your choice.
Nah.
So the real estate market really doing well over there in Nigeria?
Yeah, absolutely, especially Lagos. This is the part we talk about any real estate company in Nigeria, while this post gets maximum global visibility from organic reactions, and most people won't know it's all AI. This is called emotional marketing. Read caption for more details, comment method to get the process, follow for more. So
there you go. There you have it, King. So he's speaking about moving to Africa, and I think the only reason why he's saying that because I think he want to leave the pressure of the whole aspect of his father in the name. Your thoughts on that, Hakeem?
Yeah, I think that if he's going through that, then do what you think. Do what you think is best. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say run. Like he's gonna go to Africa and just come right back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he said he's not running. He just all want to spend time in Africa. But I think I would just want to get his head together from everything, from social media, from people about his father, from people saying everything about him. He just want to start off fresh.
Yeah.
Right. Last topic on today's show, Hakeem. So, Meek Mills, the rapper, Hakeem, pretty much sit down with Robert Kraft and talk about prison reforming. Meek Mills really been pushing for that. Let's hear him talk about it on Fox News.
Mill was in a Pennsylvania prison when he reached out to Kraft.
I asked him when we got on the phone, I'm like, you should come see this. You should come see how it is.
I've never been to a jail.
First time.
First time, and it was an amazing experience. It actually changed my life going to it.
After Mill was sent back to jail for a probation violation, Kraft paid him a visit because he thought the sentence was excessive.
Do you think the Reform Alliance can help a lot of people?
It's helping a lot of people because it's cutting probation for a lot of people who don't deserve to be on probation.
The two went on to help launch the Reform Alliance, targeting the probation and parole system in America.
When he spoke up about me, it added value in rooms that people couldn't really hear, because you see the newspapers say Meek Mill got locked up for a probation violation. You see that, oh, he did bad, lock him up. But they ain't saying probation violation. I'm riding a motorcycle and yeah, I popped the wheelie.
What I hear you saying is that you wanted to give people a second chance.
Well, a second chance or also a first opportunity. I know how I grew up and the opportunities available to me as a young man in a solid family. I want America to stay vibrant and good.
Meek Mill.
Hakeem, what's your thoughts on Robert Kraft saying something like that? How he grew up and on the whole aspect of prison reform and working with Meek Mills too. Should be better for that, a better system with that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want him to understand. I don't know what Robert Kraft is talking about. Opportunities. He's white, and the prison system largely affects Latino and Black people. Yes. So I don't know if you know. I mean, he's been awarded opportunities way before that, but helping to do prison reform, it's a good thing. But I think he's so far removed from understanding the systematic on how the system is and how it preys on Latinos and Black kids and how they end up in prison 10 times more than the white person.
That is correct.
So him trying to help is a helpful thing, but I think he sees it, but he won't fully understand unless he lives in it.
Yeah, Robert Kraft, pretty much you already say he don't live in it. He lives a $1 billion lifestyle. He works very hard to get where he's at. However, him working with Meek Mills and other people that's trying to make a better prison reform, it makes it easier on the prisoners, the one that do come out and do make a change. They don't want to be scrutinized. And the only reason why I say scrutinized because some of the crimes they are convicted of be minor crimes. I'm not talking about the major crime of grave and deletion and all the other stuff. I'm talking about the minor, like drug possession, gun charge, and stuff like that. So they need to find a better system when it comes to that. I'm sorry, Hakeem. Sorry, that wasn't the last topic. This is actually the last topic. This is actually beautiful. Kelly Rowland opened, the artist Kelly Rowland, to people that don't know, the one that used to be with Destiny Child. She opened up talking about how she reconnected with her father after 30 years. That's a beautiful moment, and I want us to close with that.
You talked publicly about reconnecting with your father after 30 years. I'm curious, how is that relationship going? And also, why was it so important for you to make that happen? I think that story just spoke volumes to so many people out there who may not have grown up with the best relationship with their dad or a relationship at all. Yeah. And so 30 years later, some people are like, we good, I'm good, you good, we good.
So
that
you
was,
think
that was important to you.
Yeah. I mean, and I hope I don't sound disrespectful when I say so you think, because some people do think that they're good. And I was one of those people who thought I was good. But when I looked into my son's eyes and I knew that there was more to him than if he asked me a question later, what was I going to tell him about his grandfather? I could give him everything about his grandmother, you know what I mean? But what am I going to tell him about my father? And I knew that it was time to meet him. And I put it off for so long. I was like, I just don't want to open this box. I don't know what's going to be behind here. This is enough trauma. Let me just figure it all out now. You know what I mean? But when I was able to meet him and talk to him and look at him in his eye, I realized why I sang. You know what I mean? My my dad's mom was a background singer for Lena Horne and Count Basie. I didn't know that. I didn't know that I got my voice from her. You know what I mean? And then it sounds wild, but like one night I literally felt her come to me. This isn't my dream I'm living, it's hers. So I realized also in that moment, I got to step up, you know, because if I'm living her dream, then I got to like really go for it, because in the time that she was dreaming about music, I can only imagine what her limits were and how she probably felt like a lot of like closed doors. So I was like, I'm gonna bust every single one open just for her, you know, even though I never met her, but it's for her, it's for him, it's for my kids. Like, it's just, it was bigger than me. Meeting my father was bigger than me. It was about my kids and about the unknown, in which I was nosy. I wanted to know.
And how's that relationship going today?
It's awesome. I need to call him after this interview because he doesn't like to know when I'm flying, but he'll like to know when I'm landed and I'm safe. But he's always telling me to get some rest. Baby, please get some rest. You know, so this Christmas he'll be with us, and I'm so excited because he was there last Christmas, and it's literally just his little smile. And even like last year, I'll share something with you. I just made a chicken and rice soup. My chicken and rice soup is really good. And I made it from scratch, and he's sitting there and he's eating the soup and he's just like shedding these little tears. And I could only imagine what he was feeling because he thought that this moment was never going to happen.
Wow.
So, you know, I just sat there with him and just rubbed his back, and I just thank God for the moment. You know what I mean? He's got grandkids now. He's got a relationship with his daughter now. He's got things that I pray, you know, just make his life just a little bit longer so we have a little bit more time. But I love my time with him.
It's beautiful.
Hakeem, what's your thoughts? Man, this is beautiful. But what's your thoughts on everything she just stated when it comes?
Every girl needs their daddy. Every man needs their daddy. Every man needs their mama. Every girl needs their mama. Everybody needs family. That's what the point is. You think you got it all, but you don't got it all when you don't have the basic things, which is a mother, a father, a sister, a brother, and loved ones. It's not about money. It's not about cars or family. It's about family. And you could hear Kelly Rowland. You could tell that she feels complete. She feels whole. She feels like her life can goes on. And you know what I mean? Learning this side of her. So much props to her and her dad for mending that relationship.
And I always tell somebody, life is so short. If you have the opportunity to meet your parents, you never met your parents, take the opportunity and go do so, because there's a lot of heritage, a lot of things that you don't know about your family that you will get to know when you reconnect with them and they can share with you, because life is very, very short. Your parents might be here today and gone tomorrow. I would say if you always make time, go see them, love on them, talk to them, learn about your heritage, because those things are very, very important, because after they're gone, they're gone. They're gonna go to the grave with those knowledge, with those heritage, everything that they needed to teach you. You never get the opportunity to get to know, because the aspect of you having grudge and regret and stuff, situations that happen in your lifetime. But you know, sometimes it's hard. But to me, I think the most powerful thing, if you can forgive and let go and move on to something beautiful and great. Look, she was able to forgive and moved on, and now look, she have a beautiful situation. People can learn from that. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Shout out to everyone that's watching us on Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Make sure you follow. So very important for you guys to follow us so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to those right now watching us on Rumble and also X, TikTok, Bingo Live. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in on this Turned Up Thursday. Like always, shout out to Why High, who's in the building. Joe don't hurt him. Blessed be upon you was also in the building. Raven was also in the building. Shout out to Evelyn Perez. The beautiful Evelyn Perez was also in the building. Shout out to 70 people right now watching us on Bingo Live. We really do greatly appreciate you guys. Shout out to those right now watching us on Instagram, TikTok, all over, man. We really appreciate you guys. You guys don't understand. Y'all making KL Culture Radio the biggest thing on the planet. Guys, it's so very important. Go to KL Culture Radio description. In the description where you can find the KL Culture Radio store. That's where we have. You already know the KL Culture Radio merch, the hat, the t-shirt, the coffee mug, you name it. It's all in the KL Culture Radio store. It's also, you already know, pinned on top of the chat. Also, guys, it's also very important you go to KL Culture Radio community post. In the community post, where you can find. Well, can I say it, Hakeem? Can I say it? Matter of fact, I'll go ahead.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I posted the album up there, didn't I?
Yeah, the album's up there. But I want to play this song before we head up on out there. Then
yeah.
We're gonna do it like this. Check it. Hoping my niggas is dry slow. Get home safe, my nigga. Police is knocking up at your door. It ain't safe, my nigga.
My nigga, I see a black fool.
Get out the way, my nigga. Damn, you around, you looking fool. You out of place, my nigga. Mama said, boy, get off the street. Get home safe, my nigga. Daddy told me you never speak. Get home safe, my nigga. Mama said, God,
the antivirus, that's that McAfee. You can smoke blunts
until I fell asleep. Woke up to demons and pussy niggas trying to get on me. Like what you making, so sit back and watch me burn
the beat.
Still love me, she call me pop. I put that
ass to sleep.
Got hella cash, I know my dough was sweet. The devil wish watching.
Who lies? I'm trying to compromise.
Who dies?
I gotta
sacrifice together when children the world monopolize. Women suck dick for social media, boy, she fiending, bro. A couple likes and some hearts in it.
There you have it, folks. That's where you can find it. Broadway Fat new album that's out now, and also his old album. The link is in the community post. So go and check it out. So y'all want to see listen to some more of this great music from Broadway Fat? Go ahead and check it out. And that's actually Prince Hakeem, by the way, so you guys know who is the artist. That's actually Prince Hakeem.
Yep.
The link is in the community post, so go and check it out. And also Prince Hakeem book, Black Glove, and also Raising King out now. That'll be a good holiday gift for your loved ones, and especially for you guys that are not really doing that, pretty much working late night. Go ahead and listen to Broadway Fat, make him the biggest artist on the planet too as well. Like always, thank you for tuning in KL Culture Radio. Turned Up Thursday. We'll be back tomorrow. You guys have a wonderful